Hello again, Emma Davis here. I am a veterinary career coach and a veterinary business coach. I'm a veterinarian, a graduate of 2001 from Sydney, and I am now a business coach and help people design and implement their career in vet science that they absolutely love and help vets thrive instead of survive in their whatever they choose to do in practice or in government or changing careers or building their business so that's me, and I have just finished a 30 days live, but there are 31 days in July, and I didn't feel that it was right to not come live on the last day of July. And I wanted to talk today about attracting and retaining a great team. And it made me think about that, the fact that I'm anal about, July having 31 days. There's particular things that I'm particular about, and everybody has the things that they are particular about. And this is because we're all built differently, but there's some themes to different types of personalities. And a lot of scientists and veterinarians are high SCs on a DISC profile. A DISC is a behavioural assessment profile that I've just become accredited in using, and something I've loved for many years though, because I found that doing these behavioural assessments in different leadership courses and things has really helped me understand me. So I am very particular about some things in life, and I'm very flamboyant and bold and adventurous and risk-taking in other areas in life, and that's all tied up with my behavioural assessment through a DISC profile. And for people who know what DISC is, I'm high ID, so influence and dominance. So so I just wanted to talk to you today because I've just had a cracking meeting with my team, and talk about attracting and retaining the best people ever. They're just an amazing set of people. We missed Abba in the Philippines, wasn't able to join us today, which was a shame, and I hope that your husband is okay, Abba. No, sorry, your dad, sorry. But we caught up as a team, and we're navigating a startup, and it's challenging and exciting, and it's full on, and it's pressing forward into the unknown, and it's a risk taking, and so that's difficult for everyone, but I'm much more comfortable with that than other DISC personalities types would be. And particularly I was giving them the example in my team meeting around how veterinarians and scientists are often very S and C, and that means that they are very detail focused, they're very thorough, they have a high level of accuracy, they get into the depths, the details of science, they give it the focus to navigate those tough medical, puzzles and surgical cases, and but it also means that they can be, if they're under pressure, they can really get stuck in that detail, and sometimes they can find it hard to make a decision. It means that they can sometimes be a bit resistant to change, and it means that often vets like to be more about the task than necessarily around the people. So, oftentimes vets will say how they love the job, but they're dealing with the people at the front desk all the time, and in the consult rooms that can be difficult. Now, that's not all of them. Like, you can be a veterinarian and have any of the different types of DISC profiles, but I have now had one-on-one interviews with well over 100 veterinarians in my career coaching, and I'm finding that about 70 to 75% of them are a high SC or a high CS, and so there's definitely themes coming through. And what that means for your team is that you need to understand how our vets function and how they are naturally and under pressure, because under pressure, when things are tough, we're not getting sleep, or it's a very busy workplace, or there's any conflict in the workplace, then people revert back to their natural type. And so we can be anything we want to be. I'm very high I. I love influencing, and I love making decisions and being bold, but I can put on my hat of being a high SC as well. And that was my role in government. Had to be very detail focused, had to be very stable, steady, consistent, and, really, oftentimes I don't like change. Now, I love change, so I struggled in the government role at the end when I was like, come on, change something. But I could very effectively play an S and a C role, or do a S and a C job, or a C and S job. But I guess under pressure, I would like to revert back to my natural, because that's what people do. And my natural is to make decisions, get stuck in, get the job done, don't wait around, bring people along with me on a ride, have a mindset that we can change the world, and get things done in that way. So, so with your team, like, it's really good to understand how your team, or who your team is, like, so how they as individuals are made up. And then you can start to understand things like if there is any conflict in the workplace, why that might be, and why people might not be getting on with each other. Hi, Ange. Thanks for the likes and the love. And yeah, so if you understand who you are in your leadership and in your role, hi, Ange, then you can understand how you tick, and you can understand how you work under pressure. But then you can also understand the team dynamics. Like if I can teach you about DISC, which I can definitely do, then you can understand that the team or the family, hi, my family just popped on, how they work together as well. And it's, hey guys, it's nice to see people jumping on. So if we can understand how other people tick, and we understand the basis of DISC, then we can start to assess what they might be. And then we can give you a framework and a guide, like a ladder, of how to interact with them to get the best out of that interaction, knowing what your personality type is and knowing what their personality type might be, and talking to them a bit more and finding out what it is. Then you can start to build a team that works really well together, work together really well, and navigate tough circumstances. So it depends, if you know that there's a really busy time coming up and you've got this team that's made up of high SCs, then it's going to be really important, if they've got other pressures on in their world, say one team member's got a lot of pressure at home, to treat that person, like set them up for success for those couple of weeks that you're going to need to, and not treat them like how everybody else is treated. Now, don't go easy on them by any means, but set them up for the bit of the vet practice that they really like and they really enjoy, and that they can control, so that you're playing to their strengths, so that at all times we're playing to a team's strengths. And and then that's how you retain them, is because you understand who they are, you value them, and you play to their strengths. And if you can make people comfortable and feel valued and valuable, then they want to stay, they want to stick around, they'll stick with you through the harder times, and obviously through the good times, because if you are spending a great amount of time building a team that works, and they can all understand how each other works, and then they can, if we do a DISC profile on each of them, then they have a better understanding of themselves, that then helps them in their relationship at home. It helps them get on with their mother. It helps them get on with, whoever they have to get on with, as well as have a happier workplace. So yeah, there's heaps and heaps of amazing information that we can get out of a really simple DISC profile, and I've just become accredited in it, and I'm going to do some team workshops and some communication workshops, and it's just something I've been fascinated with my whole life, is how people tick and how they interact, how they work. And so that's why I became a coach. So yeah, if you're interested in that, then just send me a yes, and me or my team will reach out to you. And otherwise, you can book at the link and make a time to talk to me about your career. If you're feeling like things aren't going very well in your career at the minute, then it might be a good time to do a bit of a leadership assessment in yourself and look at you know, job fit, and whether you're getting to work in a team or a place that allows you to play to your strengths. Because if you're not, then it can be very uncomfortable, it can be very tiring, and you can have a bit of an empty feeling inside you that I'm working so hard and I'm giving so much, but it doesn't feel good. And we want vets to thrive. We want them to have an amazing career, earn more money, just love, you know, get up excited every day out of bed, just, you know, so excited about their career. They're amazing people who give so much, and we need to look after them and every other member of the team to have a high functioning team. And yeah, and just understand who people are, how they're built, and let everybody, as best as we can, work to the strengths that they have, and yeah, create an environment where we can support each other and actually have, you know, where diversity is a great thing. We can each accentuate, you know, the good bits in us and support each other. You know, I'm good at some things that other people aren't good at, so we can all support each other and have a cracking winning team that stays together. Amazing. Okay. So yeah, reach out if you want to chat about coaching, about one-on-one coaching for your career, or if you want to talk about team dynamics and communication, the DISC profiling, behavioural assessments, communication, leadership, all that stuff. Reach out and I'll talk to you soon. Love your veterinary career. Night.